Hi everyone, welcome to another late vlog. This is probably gonna be uploaded Wednesday, but yeah, today is Tuesday. I'm looking at the calendar. Tuesday, the 15th. We are 11 days out, so we're in that second week, 2 weeks out on marker, but we are 11 days out. I'm counting days now. Ooh, man, yeah, I wanted to get this video on Monday so I could talk about the game plan, but yeah, you can see how dedicated I am with these vlogs, but this is the final week of vacation for me, and I go to work next week. So the quarter starts next week. So maybe I'll be back doing the cameras. I'll be out and about socializing, and yeah, I guess life would be back to normal because I feel really different when I'm not doing anything at all. It's strange. Like I'm always used to not doing or wanting to not do anything, but now that I'm not doing anything, it's like I want to do something. It's like who is it? Like there are people who just love to work, and if you tell them, take a vacation, I'm like, I actually feel more productive if I'm actually doing something. So I'm that type of personality where, I don't care if you give me vacation or I have all these vacations stocked up. I probably would love to continue working because obviously it'll give me a little bit more money, unless it's paid vacation. But even if it's a paid vacation, I'm like, okay, so what the hell am I going to do, right? Oh well. So my plan for this week, this 2 week out marker. So let's talk about nutrition really quick. So I think the big thing that I should not be doing this week is making like a kind of weird macro adjustment, and I decided to make a weird macro adjustment. So the big thing that's kind of been eating me, and also I've been like really observing with my diet and my energy levels and such like that, and just how I'm progressing day by day, week by week, is that I think I made my protein intake, a little bit too high. So for this week, I actually decided to knock off some proteins and add that over into the carb section. And usually people will probably start thinking about knocking down, their carbs, and knocking down carbs means you're probably going to be well into a calorie deficit. I actually upped my carbs, right? But thus far, since I only had 2 training days so far, so Sunday and Monday, I've lost weight. I'm still losing weight, even with the increased carbs. Um, Calorie total wise, like I'm still in a deficit, even though I could probably say it could be lower, but I don't want it to be lower. Like I actually want to have more energy so that way I could like work out more in the gym, like really hit the weights hard, or even have more energy to do cardio or something like that. So I actually thought, you know what? Let's just, fuck it. This is, I already regret everything. I should have made adjustments to this stuff, well ahead of time or even at the beginning of prep. But I was like, you know what? Let's take the gamble, right? So you're probably not going to be fluffy, or you're probably not going to be striated. You're not going to be like super lean, but I don't know. It's a mistake, so we're learning from it. Plus, I'm already dedicated to this show anyway because I already dropped a lot of money. So I'm not pulling out now. So I'm gonna step out on stage. I'm gonna do fucking well. Well, I'm gonna do well for my own sake, but I'm not expecting like a high placement or anything, right? So that's just the big gamble I'm taking nutrition wise, knocking off a little bit of protein and adding that to carbs, keeping the carbs a little bit higher. Fats have been relatively the same pretty much throughout the whole prep. So that's the only thing that I've kept consistent throughout the whole prep. But if you're curious, like my calorie intake right now, like I said, it's still in the deficit, but I could make it a lot lower. But I don't want to make it a lot lower. I actually feel like I should increase, right? Training wise, obviously continue training. But the big thing for this week is that I'm not really going to be focusing on strength focus, extra or lifts and rep ranges and volume levels. Like I'm actually going to be like full on hypertrophy for the next I guess the next 2 weeks basically. So that means like in the beginning where I said I would love to have a balance of strength and hypertrophy training, which is why I love to do like fat. So with the leg push pull times two, I have 2 days where I'm working on strength, or 3 days where I'm working on strength with the leg push pull, and another 3 days where I'm working on hypertrophy with the leg push pull. And then slowly over time, like the emphasis on strength started to be a little bit more lighter, but I still kept the training in because obviously to be better at strength lifts is just to, well, keep doing them. So I kept the rep ranges, or I kept those particular strength based exercises in there. But as we get closer to the prep, well, strength stuff starts to get really light, or really light on the volume, but I'm having more emphasis on the hypertrophy stuff, the high reps, high volume. And so at this point, it's just bam, high reps, high volume. So that's gonna keep like my activity levels up, and it's also a good opportunity for me to kind of maybe add a little bit more exercises. So either I could focus on a particular exercise for like say like 4 or 5 sets of blah 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 whatever reps. Maybe I could start splitting up a lot of things where I could do like 3 sets of, blah, blah, blah reps, but I could have a lot more exercises to kind of hit angles. And that's the open-endedness that I give myself that option for. But these past 2 days, not the strength, the past 2 days with the legs and the push day, I've been kind of focusing on just pouring on a little bit more volume on exercise. So I've been hitting that like 4 to 5 sets and rep ranges. Obviously, for hypertrophy, we're looking at 12 plus, right? So for back days, though, back days, I'm actually moving towards a traditional back day rather than my deadlift emphasized back days. Where what I mean by that is like the legs push pull. My focus on those days have always been trying to improve the main lift. And so if I'm doing the squat, I would love to do accessory work to help improve the squat. Same thing with bench. Work on the bench, and then I would love to do accessory work to help improve the bench. And then the same thing with deadlift. But in this case, um, I think deadlifts out of the 3 big lifts really kills me the most as far as energy levels go. So I actually want to try and maybe have a little bit more rest throughout the week, since I'm going to be pouring on a lot of volume for the next training days coming up until the show. So I actually decided to take out deadlifts, but we're going to do traditional back. So we're going to do a lot of rows for the hose, all right? And that's going to be cool because I always wanted to maybe have a little bit more emphasis with like vertical pulling, because I feel like I neglected that just a tad bit. But I'm slowly like really like pouring on the volume onto that. I'm getting better at row or not rows. I'm getting better at barbell rows though. So and I guess it's just trying to feel comfortable watching a lot of YouTube stuff, or just watching other people do rows and just kind of take cues of how they do it. Just how far they're bent over. Maybe if they have commentary, like what are they emphasizing when they do the rows and such. That really helps me out, so that way I could um, take those into perspective when I'm preparing myself to do a lift. But yeah, traditional back for back days, and so that's gonna be for pretty much this whole week. A lot of volume. Want to mention cardio. So cardio. I'm not pouring on a lot of cardio. Like I'm not doing what I did like last year or the year before, where like I'm doing like 35 minutes minimum cardio. Like I, you remember in one of the vlogs, I don't remember which one, but I actually had to stop cardio at some point because I was just losing weight so fast, and actually had to up my calories because I was losing weight so fast. So I actually stopped doing cardio, but I started reintroducing it a little bit. I think like the last couple weeks, but I haven't been doing much like long durations, but I am going to utilize post-workout cardio. I don't know how long I would need, but right now I've done at least like 20 minutes, so maybe like 15 minutes minimum. But if my energy levels feel good, let's see if we can do 20 to 25. But I'm not going to really put too much of an emphasis on cardio when I've been losing a lot of progress so far. But it is a helpful tool for me to see, if I could drop a little bit more weight. So, if I can, if I can. If I don't feel like it, I'm probably not going to do it. All right? I'll probably, or if I'm not going to do it, maybe when I wake up the next day, maybe try it in the morning. So as long as I get it done, I get it done. But I don't think I'm going to have an emphasis on cardio for these next couple weeks, and that's going to be weird because I've always utilized cardio for all my preps. But this is the first time of all the preps thus far where I did not emphasize so much on cardio. And so it's a weird realization for me that the diet is actually working. So another plus for you, Ray. Bam. All right. So but next week though, next week, definitely gonna get a video out at least. Not at least. Okay, I am going to get the video out or the vlog video out on Monday because pretty much that's peak week. And if I forget the video during peak week, I'm probably not going to record the video at all because I'm going to be focused on peak week, packing all my stuff, getting ready to travel. So yeah, uh, let's make sure I get that. All right, so I'll try to record everything Sunday before I hit that leg day. So yeah, right there, we're right there. We're right there. I do need to get a haircut. I'm probably gonna get that maybe like either Thursday or Friday. I like to get a haircut, not too early because my hair tends to grow out pretty quick. As you can see, I already have what I like to call the lion's mane, and I got a shave too. So yeah, I'm gonna cut it really short. I usually get like a taper cut, but whatever. I'm not gonna talk about style. I don't have a style anyways to begin with. So, boom. We're right there, guys and gals. Oh, I just want to get it done so I can start eating again. All right, so stay tuned for peak week. Bye.